My thoughts on our current situation at Manchester United. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm finally glad that, you know what, I feel like we've turned a page. You know what I mean? I feel like we're at a stage now where, you know, we've had 3 wins on the bounce. You know, the formation is working. I was not a Ruben Amorim out type of guy. I was genuinely just like, tweak things, bro. Like, tweak. If things aren't working, tweak things. As an analyst, obviously, you know, I watch a lot of football. Sometimes it is jarring watching football, especially Man United games. Over the last 2-3 years, it's been hard. And obviously, you've seen my content. I've come out here and there, you know, like, and given my opinions. But ultimately, you know, I think we're at a point now where the 3-4-3 structure makes sense to me now, because now that we've got a keeper who goes long and who knows and understands when to go long and has decent accuracy with his long balls, it makes a difference. It makes the biggest difference. So I felt like that Paul playing the ball out from the back, especially when we didn't have ball playing centre backs and a ball playing goalkeeper, was just way too risky. And we got caught too many times at that level. The intensity is so high. You know what I mean? And teams clock on when you're lacking in certain areas in terms of like technical ability or whatever. Teams can clock on to where you're going to make mistakes. And if we're making mistakes in our half of the pitch, it always seemed like, you know, we're in trouble, you know? And I feel like now, especially after the last 2 games, that long ball is working. It's 100% working. And the strategy, I feel like, has been to send the ball long and not necessarily always win it. We've got Sesko up there who's a beast in the air, to be honest with you, and he'll only get better because he's so young. But we've got Sesko up there, and, you know, I feel like he does that job well of, you know, like bringing the ball down, flicking it on, you know, getting it into so we can win the second balls. He does that job really well because of his physicality, high ETC speed. He gets around, you know what I mean? Like, and he's a hard person to deal with. He's like 6'4", you know what I mean? His jump is high as well. So you've got Brian Bemu, who's been amazing on the right side. He's just been literally like, he's so direct. And I mean, I thought it would be an issue having Ahmad playing as a wing back because he was our most direct player for the last probably 2 seasons. But bringing Bemu in has been a game changer because he's got that physicality. He's stocky. He's not easy to take off of the ball. He's fast. You know what I mean? Like he just brings so much to the team in terms of attacking wise. Cunha obviously got injured, so I haven't been able to really analyze Cunha and see what he's about, but I know that technically Cunha is unreal. He is unreal. I would not have said he's a replacement for Marcus Rashford because, Marcus Rashford's CV is solid. You know what I mean? And by what he's been doing at Barcelona, we know Marcus Rashford is a top player. He just was not, he just wasn't, I don't know. I don't think they were how can I say, man management in regards to Rashford was good. So, yeah. And I think Rashford would have done well in this system as well, as a 9 or even as one of the wingers. Man, Rashford would have done well in the system we're in now. It's just a shame everything happened. Hopefully he can come back because he's on loan. So hopefully we can bring him back. I know his number 10 jersey was given away, so the likelihood of Rashford coming back is low. But, you know, I think he's someone who, if we did bring back, he'd bring a lot to the table, you know. He'd bring a lot to the table. But let's forget about Rashford for now and focus on, you know, like our setup at the moment. Like I said, 4-3-3. We've got Cunha there, Sesko, Bemu. We've got options as well to come onto the pitch from Mason Mount, who's, to be honest, Mason Mount has stepped up his game this season. You know, like he fits into that role, you know, of that attacking midfielder, you know. So, and he's bagged a goal as well this season, if not two. I think it's a goal. And yeah, man, I think he's been playing well. So we've got options. Our bench is solid, even defensively, the Ligt has been good. Maguire comes through clutch, bro. Like, Maguire's been doing this for a while. Patterns, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes his performances aren't great, but it all depends on the system, the teams we're playing, etc. Because Maguire lacks a bit of pace. Some games are just so high intensity and moving so fast, you can tell that Maguire, that's not his game. In a game like that, it would make a bit more sense to maybe bring on someone like a Euro Young, an Aiden Heaven. They're young, they're quick, they're ready for the intensity. Do you know what I mean? So it's just about figuring out how we get the personnel and the actual tactics correct. And I think slowly but surely, Amorim is starting to figure that one out. Slowly but surely. Remember, he ain't even been at the club for like that long. He come early, like around this time last season, when Ten Hag got sacked because, things were just not going to plan. So obviously he's come in, he's had to deal with, player attitudes, all of this stuff, and he's been given an opportunity to rebuild his own team. And in all honesty, the results are proving. Because at the end of the day, guys, results are all that matter. Football is a results-based game and sport. If you're not getting results, it don't matter how much money you've put in, how nice your facilities are, how nice your kit is, all of this stuff doesn't even matter if you're not getting results. And the Man United brand was built on results. It's that simple. So ultimately, at the end of the day, we're in a position now where we've had 3 wins back to back. I think we've actually turned a leaf. Tottenham's going to be a hard game. Potentially we could lose, but it just all depends on the performance on the day. Even if we lose, and I know we performed better, like similar to what we did with Arsenal, we lost that game, but we were the better team. You know what I mean? And it could be a whole different story if we won that game on that day. Kind of losing that game set Arsenal on kind of like their trajectory and gave them a lot of confidence to achieve what they've achieved this season. And I think they're going to do really well this season. They've done very well the last 3-4 seasons. They just haven't won anything. So I think this season, Arsenal actually wins something. They're that team for me right now. I think Eze was an amazing signing, man. Like, boy, Eze, that boy is a baller. Techie. And I said to a lot of my friends that are Arsenal fans, like, Eze wins you the league this season. Trust me, Eze wins you the league because he's the type of, he's a difference maker. You get me? He's like Odegaard 2-3 seasons for you ago before he had all of these injury issues and lost form. You get me? He was a difference maker, bro. The guy was elite. He was on like Kevin De Bruyne levels at a certain point. You know what I mean? But, form goes, injuries happen, it's football. He'll be back. But right now, you've brought someone in who's got that ability. You know what I mean? To make things happen on the pitch, scoring goals, assists, like, yeah, his awareness, his vision, his understanding of the game is, bro, he's elite. Full stop. Then obviously you've got you've got other players in the team as well. Arsenal, potentially you can bring Jesus back. He's coming back from injury soon, so that's goals for you, man. I just think that there's a lot going for Arsenal at the moment. And as a Man United supporter, me and Arsenal fans are always beefing, but I'm not that person that's not willing to what's the word? I'm that person that's willing to acknowledge when another team is doing well and showing them respect. You know what I mean? Because, they have bottled it a few times. It's a shame that they haven't won anything, but they have been a good team. No one can knock Arsenal in regards to that. You know what I mean? They've been a very, very good team the last few seasons. So at this point where we are now, I think it's just a matter of taking it one game at a time. We see what happens with this next game against Tottenham, and hopefully we can get a result. And yeah, man, we can make it 4 wins back to back. That for me says a lot when you can have consistency at a club. But let's see how it goes. If you like the content, guys, and you want to hear more of my opinions on, our situation at Manchester United, our performances, I'm going to try and switch up the content as well. I'm starting a new series for FL 26, which is a football game that you can play for free on your PC, all up to date, great graphics, great everything. It's based off of the old Pro Evolution Soccer, or was it eFootball 2018 or 2019, which was probably the best football game I've ever played. So I'm literally just going to be doing a series, playing the game, going through like a simulation of what decisions I would make if I was the Manchester United manager, going through some of those games that they've played, seeing our setup and just having fun with it really. But it's just extra content for you guys because I really need to start pushing our content now. Like, I've kind of just been, like I said, focused on a lot of other things over the last couple of months. But yeah, I'm back, guys. If you like the content, guys, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.